Arbor One West versus Jack. Is it Wazorek? Yeah, no, I'll get it eventually, but then by that time the case will be done. Come on up.
Everybody does. Everybody messes up.
Morning, Your Honor. Cheryl
All right,
Walkup on behalf of the plaintiffs.
State your name, sir.
Jack Wazorek.
Okay. And where are we on this? Was this his motion?
Your Honor, I don't think he can argue the motion. There was a motion filed that was drafted clearly by legal aid, but signed by Mr. Wazorek. This was a health hazard due to bed bugs and roaches and the landlord not being able to access the premises and the premises not being available denying entry and not being prepped. We took a default judgment, and I know Your Honor wanted to review this, and that's where we were last week. It's landlord's position. Go ahead. I was just saying it's landlord's position. We want possession of the premises. We've had chronic issues with housekeeping, cleanliness. It's not fair to the other residents. This is an ongoing problem. I'm very willing and ready to argue that Park Forest does not apply to a health hazard. So I'm going to leave it to you what you want to hear, but I am strongly requesting a judgment here to stand.
Sir, go ahead.
Your Honor, I have had RPI in there twice inspecting my place. They never came in.
They being who?
Arbor One.
Okay.
Never came in. Wendy, the assistant manager, I told her that wasn't a problem. The garbage bags, like I told you last week, were not garbage. They described them as garbage. Those were pots and pans and stuff we had to put in the bags because they wanted to do a cockroach inspection. 6.5 years, I've never seen a cockroach. They turned it into, well, it's garbage. There's garbage all over the house. They never brought anybody in. I had paid a lady, a friend of mine, $100 after that to come in and make sure everything was in line. You got an affidavit from legal aid showing that RPI been in there twice and gave me a pass inspection. They passed me twice. Arbor One has never come in to my house. Wendy told me she got the report on a Friday. She said she'd have somebody in there Monday. Nobody ever showed up at all to do an inspection at all. I had to call RPI when I got the court judgment and bring them in on it, which I told Arbor One, I told the assistant manager, Wendy, I wouldn't get Arbor One into it if we could help it. She wouldn't let it go. I've been having problems with maintenance in there since 6.5 years. I've been having problems with maintenance. All I'm trying to do is keep a good place. Arbor One, RPI come in there twice. They said the inspection passed inspection. So they never come in. Arbor One never came in and did any kind of inspection at all.
Your Honor, if I may just respond to this. First of all, I don't know what affidavit Mr. Wazorek is talking about. Second of all, we're talking apples and oranges here. We're not talking about RPI. We're talking about bed bugs. We're talking about the treatment provider came to the unit on 2/2, was denied access, and then
But
came
that wasn't
of the
that
hearing.
wasn't the original.
Sir, I can let Ms. Luckoff go. I let you go for a while. I just want to go ahead, Ms. Luckoff.
The date of the hearing in front of Judge Barr, they were again denied entry. This is, and there are bed bugs in the unit. And this is multifamily living. I don't have to tell the court that's not fair to the other residents. So we are asking that the judgment stand and we recover possession of the unit.
Your Honor, they called me.
Sir. What affidavit? Because I don't have an affidavit either.
There's one from legal aid. They sent you a paperwork over. They sent you a bunch of paperwork over.
Who did?
In legal aid.
Sent me?
Yes. That's That's who I received my, that I was supposed to see you about.
Sir, hold on a moment. The only thing that I've received that I have in the court file, the only thing that I've received was the motion to set aside default supplement. And that's the document that's signed.
I have
you.
all the paperwork in my briefcase that I can show you.
Okay, but sir, did you let the treatment providers in?
They were told
That's a yes or no.
yes.
When
Not,
you let them,
not at the time that they actually came the first two times when we were in court. Excuse me, Your Honor, but it's important that this is clarified. On the second, they were denied entry, and then on the court hearing date, which would have been the 16th, they were denied entry.
I
So
never denied
after the
them
fact,
entry.
after the judgment was entered, they were permitted entry.
No,
Because
So they were
I never
denied-
the obligation,
sir, they were denied entry on the 2nd and the 16th,
correct.
or the, yeah, the
And that's the
16th.
date of the hearing was the 16th.
Incorrect.
So did they come in on the 2nd, sir?
No, they talked to my son at the office. And he told them we weren't ready at that time. He wasn't
Okay,
part of that.
that's a denial of entry.
I never denied them entry.
Well,
They never
Not-
came to my door.
if you're not ready for the treatment, that's a denial of entry.
But that was through my son, not
On the
me.
16th,
On the 16th, I told him he could come in. I told him, inspect if you want. I said, could you wait off for a couple hours? I'm at court with on Zoom with the other court.
so
with the
they
other
were,
officer,
so
with the other
hold on a
judge.
second, sir. So what I'm hearing you tell me is that on that date, the unit wasn't ready to be sprayed either.
Yes, it was ready to be sprayed. We
Then-
just had
Then
to,
then why were you asking them to wait?
just because I was in court at court at that time. And they never gave me no warning that he was showing up or coming. It's supposed to take 24 hours notice. I didn't get no notice. They
That's
just
not-
popped in the door. I had to go to court on Zoom with the other judge. I was there. I did not deny them entry. I told them, yes, if you want to come in and inspect, come on, inspect. I said, but can you wait until a couple of hours to spray till I'm done with court? They don't give me no time. They want to do it when they want to do it. They want to just
Exactly, sir.
Oh.
Exactly, sir. They needed to come in and do the treatment.
But they don't understand that we have a house we have to maintain ourselves. And when I'm on court, on Zoom, on the phone, all I'm asking for, I'll move out. I just need more time.
That's what
If
he said
that's
2
what they
weeks
want.
ago.
If they want me to move out, I'll move out. I just need more time to do it. Because see, the assistant manager, I don't know if this lawyer knows it or not, but they called.
When are you gonna move?
I don't know yet.
Okay, let me put it to you real straightforward. I've listened to what you told me. I've looked at everything in the file, and both of those 2 times would be considered a denial of entry for treatment of the premises.
But yeah, they didn't even start with the bed bugs at all.
Sir, if you can argue with me all you want. I'm telling you what I'm finding.
Well, do I have a right to get a lawyer or go to trial with this? Because this ain't right. This is not right. I've been haunted by this company for maintenance. The first maintenance problem started years ago.
Sir, I'm explaining to you what my finding is. Now, if you want, you have a lot of opportunities to do what you want to do. I don't have a problem with that. All right. I'm explaining to you what my findings are. Understood? Is that a yes?
Yes. Yes.
So what I'm trying to find in that the Judge Barr found that they were entitled to that. The writ should be signed. You have indicated to me that you will move, but that you needed time. So my question to you is, how much time did you need to move?
At least till like June.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Okay, because what it is Wendy, their assistant manager, called me last night at 7 o'clock and told me the lawyer told them they were coming in to exterminate today. I told him, yeah. I said, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be at court. But they have access to come in and spray. And I'm asking, why would they do that if they're going to want us out anyways?
Because the problem that's causes problems for all of the other residents. If your unit doesn't get exterminated, everybody else in that building has a problem. That's why.
Right. I understand that. I've been self-exterminating myself before they ever showed up. I was self-exterminating with Orthex or whatever it is. I paid $20 a gallon for it. It just didn't totally eliminate it. And I know what the problem is. I have to get rid of my couch. My couch is a major problem with them. And I'm getting rid of the couch this month. I needed money to buy another couch. And that's a major problem. It's right there. They're all in the couch. There's nowhere else in the house that they're accumulating that, just in there. And the other problem is the people that moved out before me in the building across the hall, they moved out 3 months before Arbor One discovered they moved, and they had to remove their couch and love seat because they left it behind.
Okay. All of that's fine. The problem is that the landlord, you objected when you came in here to the hearing that took place before Judge Barr. That's what you were giving me, which is the only reason that I set this where I did. The problem here is that there was a denial of entry to the premises.
But that one you're on the court docket.
It just is. It is what it is, sir.
But Your Honor, what I'm trying to say though is through the original judgment, it was over garbage bags. It wasn't over bed bugs. And they said we didn't prep for the bed bugs the first time. When they gave the court order, they never gave me a prep sheet. They never told me. They said, oh, go back to your prep sheet in December. We never got a prep sheet in December at all. They started this in January, and they said, go back to your prep sheet you got in December to prep it. Well, I never got no prep sheet on bed bugs. We get a prep sheet on cockroaches, which is total different prep. It's a total different prep for cockroaches and bed bugs. We never received a prep sheet for bed bugs. So we didn't know what to prep. So how could I bring them in and say, yeah, we'll prep when I don't have a prep sheet to know how to prep it or what they want for prep? And even the exterminator came in there and I asked him, are you doing bed bugs and cockroaches? He said, no. He said, I didn't even get a work order on bed bugs. They didn't even get a work order on it.
Your Honor.
Sir,
Let
me just say this. Every time I tell you what I'm finding, you keep telling me something new. It doesn't work that way.
But you're going to only 2 times, Your Honor. They're going to, you're only going to 2 times.
You can keep interrupting me all you want.
I'm sorry.
It's not going to change my decision.
I'm sorry. It's just.
There was a hearing that was held on this. The hearing, I don't find a defect in the hearing. I don't find a defect in the hearing. The judgment will stand. The writ will issue.
How long?
I'm done. The writ issues. It's a statutory. There's no period, sir. There was a hearing that was held.
Well, how long do I have to move? I'm saying, how long are they going to give me time?
I just signed the writ, sir. So you're operating on borrowed time.
Well, because I'm going to lose my Section 8. If this writ goes through, I lose my Section 8. And I have no other way of paying my rent or anything. I've been there 6.5 years. Paid my rent, never gave a problem at all to them. And because of bed bugs they're supposed to eliminate, I'm being accused of something I didn't even do. I haven't even done anything that is causes warrant for me to be evicted. That's why I'm asking. I just need a little more time, yeah. You know, I need at least a month. And now, if they're causing on a writ, that means they're evicting me. No place is going to touch me with an eviction. You understand what I'm saying? I go to some place, tell them, "Oh, I got evicted." I'm hit. I'm 60 years old. I don't have time for that. I was trying to retire. I told them up front I would work with them on stuff. I said, "No problem. I'll work with you. We got to work with it. Work with it." Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I would never given a lawyer. I have to sit here and defend a lawyer when I don't have that kind of smarts. You know, I'm not that smart to deal with a lawyer. You know, and I'm not even given a chance for a.
Sir, do not come before me and tell me that as a tenant, you're not given a chance, not before me, because that doesn't happen before me.
Your Honor, I called a lawyer. They said they didn't have a lawyer for me.
Sir, you have interrupted me constantly through these proceedings.
I'm sorry.
Now are intending.
I apologize.
No, do not interrupt me again. You now want to insult me by saying that somehow or another you don't get a fair hearing when you came here. When you came here the first time, I told you what I would do. I read your motion. I went through everything to see whether or not there had been something, because you claimed a number of defects. I then bring you back here, have treated you fairly, have listened to everything you have said. And how dare you say to this court that somehow and or another you don't get a fair hearing for me? I've made my ruling. I'm done. Thank you. I'd suggest that you close your mouth as you leave, because otherwise you're going to be going with my bailiff.
In this explosive and deeply frustrating eviction hearing, a 60-year-old tenant named Jack finds himself fighting to keep his Section 8 apartment of 6.5 years after his landlord Arbor 1 filed for eviction over alleged bed bug and cockroach infestations combined with repeated denials of entry for pest treatment. Jack arrives without an attorney and immediately goes on the offensive, insisting that a city inspection agency called RPI came in twice and gave his unit a passing inspection, that the garbage bags the landlord photographed were actually pots and pans he bagged up for a cockroach inspection, that he paid a friend $100 to come in and deep clean after the initial complaints, and that Arbor 1's own assistant manager, Winnie, never actually came in to personally inspect his unit. The landlord's attorney fires back with the core issue. Treatment providers were denied entry on 2 separate occasions. Once when Jack's son turned them away, saying the unit was not ready, and once on the actual hearing date when Jack asked them to wait a couple of hours because he was in Zoom court with another judge. Judge Simpson patiently listens to both sides but cuts through the back and forth with a clear finding. Both incidents legally constitute denials of entry for pest treatment, regardless of the circumstances or explanations behind them. As Jack keeps interrupting to add new information every time the judge announces his finding, the tension escalates dramatically with Jack revealing heartbreaking details. He cannot get rid of the bugs because he cannot afford to replace his infested couch. He has been self-exterminating with store-bought chemicals for years. He was never given a prep sheet specifically for bed bugs, so he did not know how to prepare. And if the eviction goes through, he will lose his Section 8 voucher permanently at age 60 with nowhere to go. The hearing reaches its most explosive moment when Jack implies he has not been given a fair hearing, triggering a powerful and indignant response from Judge Simpson, who tells Jack directly and firmly that he has no right to come before this court and claim unfair treatment, that he read every motion, brought him back specifically to review his claims, listened to everything he said, and treated him with complete fairness. The judge closes with one of the most memorable parting shots of the year, telling Jack as he leaves to keep his mouth firmly shut as he walks out the door, or he will find himself leaving with the court's bailiff instead.